Morning folks, Kevin here. Well, it's July 13th, 2026. My back is feeling better this morning. So I'm not going to overdo it today. Yesterday I was putting wood chips in between the various permanent raised beds. Our beds are pretty tall, so we do end up putting a lot of wood chips in them. And so I'm going to do that this morning. I'm going to go ahead and finish up getting wood chips in here. I know I can park at both ends and only go instead of walking the whole distance, but one of the things I found over time is being able to walk on top of them as I'm laying them down really does help to compact it and make it less of a chance that I'll have little sinkhole spots and ability to twist an ankle in the future. So walking on it really does help out an awful lot when I'm doing this. Yesterday I did the weed whacking in these couple of rows. Weeds are, well, they're just a challenge all the time. See down here alongside the comfrey and the garlic here, I won't be putting wood chips in here. This is a place for the water to run down through. These places here, the water will soak into the wood chips and help to keep the lower parts of the permanent raised beds nice and moist. So, and it helps to suppress the weeds as well. So this system works extremely well. We don't have to use as much water with our drip irrigation and all. And I really should have put more double ground hardwood bark mulch on these beds. And I can always come back and redo it and all. But I'll have to weed whack first. And that's not going to happen today because that's one of the things that bending over like I do really does exacerbate my back issues. Anyways, I'm going to get started. I don't know what else I'm going to be shooting. I'm scheduled to get a delivery today of something that may not be the best financial investment that I've ever made. But it's something I've been researching for a long period of time. And I think well, I made the decision to go ahead and order one of these, mainly to see if Thea will use it. So we'll see what that is eventually here, ultimately, just a teaser. So here we go.
September 1814. The war had already taken so much Washington lay in ashes. The Capitol burned. The White House blackened by fire. I wasn't standing on American soil anymore. I was trapped aboard a British ship, negotiating for the release of a prisoner. They agreed, but they couldn't let me leave. I'd heard too much. I knew too much, so there I stayed, floating helplessly in the darkness, watching an entire nation's fate unfold before my eyes. Across the water, Fort McHenry, a handful of Americans, farmers, merchants, young boys, old soldiers, standing behind brick walls, waiting for an empire. Then it began. The sky erupted, rocket after rocket, bomb after bomb. The thunder never stopped for 25 endless hours. Iron, fire, smoke, and prayers. Every explosion lit the harbor just long enough for me to search the darkness. One question consumed every heartbeat. Is she still there? That flag, that great American flag, every flash, I'd catch another glimpse, still flying, then darkness again. Silence, no, not silence. More cannon fire, more rockets, more waiting. Can you see what he saw that night? Hope hanging by a thread, waiting for first light. One flag, one dream, still refusing to fall. Sometimes freedom survives simply because somebody stands through it all. What if the flag disappeared? Would America disappear with it? Would Baltimore fall? Would this young republic, barely 38 years old, become another forgotten experiment? History balanced on one lonely flagpole. The longest night always feels endless. Smoke hid the stars, rain mixed with powder. Every minute, another prayer, another explosion, another desperate glance, looking, searching, hoping. Then The guns grew quiet, the smoke began to drift away for one terrible moment. I couldn't see anything. My heart knew what my eyes feared. Then the wind changed, and there she was. Not the small storm flag, but the giant garrison flag. 30 feet by 42 feet, torn, scarred, still waving, still saying, we're still here. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly survived through the terrible night? The rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air didn't write the song. They proved our flag was still there. People remember the words, sometimes. They forget the man who wrote them. He wasn't sitting at a desk. He wasn't trying to write history. He was simply watching, praying, hoping for one more glimpse of a flag that refused to surrender. And when the sun finally rose, America still stood. That's why he wrote the Star-Spangled Banner.
Perfect. Have a good day. Do you need me to sign? All right, thank you. I think we're in good shape. Box looks good.
I know not everybody likes the songs I write. Some folks would rather hear the quiet of the night, and that's alright. We all walk different roads, carry different burdens, different kinds of loads. But these words ain't written just to fill up time. They come from dusty memories in this heart of mine, from dreams I've chased and storms I've walked through, and little pieces of a life that's true. These songs come from my life, from the hard days and the good nights, from hopes, from hurts, from lessons learned, from bridges crossed and bridges burned. Every lyric holds a piece of me, every melody helps my spirit breathe. So even if this music ain't your style, I hope it brings somebody hope once in a while. Once in a while. Some songs are born from loss and pain, some from sunshine after rain, some from watching gardens grow, or mountain winds and falling snow. And every now and then a line appears that says exactly what I've felt for years. And if it helps just one soul along the way, then every note was worth the play. These songs come from my life, from family, faith, and sacrifice, from old dirt roads and changing skies, from saying hello and goodbye. Every chord carries memories of who I was and who I'll be. So thank you for listening for a little while. I hope you enjoy our music and our style. We're all just searching for a way to leave a little light behind someday. And this is mine. These words these songs, these moments in time. Yeah, these songs come from my soul, from trying to heal and trying to grow, from all the dreams still left to chase, and all the love time can't erase. So I'll keep writing what I feel is true, and sharing little pieces here with you. And whether you stay or move along, thank you for taking time to hear my songs. They may not be perfect, but they're real. And sometimes real is all we have to give.
Well, it's been a pretty good day today. My back is held up okay, just a little sore. That's just typical. But I was able to finish this row here today, and I fixed a pallet there for our trees, and I filled in some of the margins around here as well. Got that set, and the rest of it will be like driveway area eventually. That green machine, I'll tell you, it is so versatile. And also I had the bucket on it this morning, moving the chips down here, took it off, used my forks to go ahead and take delivery of a package. We'll go over that in a future video. And then back with the bucket on it again, and before I had the bucket on it, I had the flail mower on it. And you know, it's so nice to have a piece of equipment that doesn't tear up the ground like a track machine will do, and it can handle the really heavy loads, and it has such a tight turning radius, and it has such a diversity of attachments. There's actually another attachment that I'm thinking about getting eventually. But then I put the bucket back on the green machine, the Avant 860i, and came over here. I used the Earthquake weed whacker over here to weed whack behind here. I put the drone up again today in a different way, in a hover position, but I deposited wood chips all down in here. If things go well tomorrow, I'll use Elon to distribute these, flatten them all out, and all. The figs, this is our living fence of fig trees that really were barely covered up last year just by the leaves that we get from the town, and they do extremely well. There's a couple weeds still in there, but I use the string trimmer to get behind there and knock down a lot of the weeds. And there is some bindweed in here, unfortunately, but I got it all over in there. So hopefully I'll use Elon tomorrow or the next day to turn the leaf mold compost pile and dress this area up. And taking the wood chips from what we're doing is the place that we're mowing the west side of the driveway with choppers. For years, that's where I've been having Bud, the tree service, deposit the wood chips. And that whole area there, I'm gonna turn into a nice lawn area. I was gonna completely reforest with all native fruit trees and nut trees. I still may put more up there, but the thing is, I wanna make it as easy for choppers to keep under control mowing as possible. So I'll be working up there at some point in time. Hopefully this season I'll get that done. So much I want to get done around here to make it as easy to maintain as possible. That's one of the big goals. Anyways, things have gone well. Choppers did great today. Oh, I went ahead and removed the discharge plastic apparatuses that allow it to mulch or do a side discharge. So I removed those today. I sharpened the blades, and that's worked well. I may have to do some new channels. That's going from, you know, like from the dock, the charging station, to one of the zones that I've created and all. Maybe tomorrow I'll create another zone. Just a lot to do. It just takes time to do all these things. Anyways, I think that's about it for today's video, folks. Really appreciate you watching, commenting, and the thumbs up. Really helps out an awful lot. And I hope you folks stay safe, take care, and enjoy life. Enjoy those beautiful days. All right, take care now. Bye-bye.